Good morning. Recently, I had someone ask me, like, you have really great teenagers. How did that happen? And I'm like, God. It can only happen through God. But we do have two great teenagers, and I'm really proud of them. But like everyone else, we have our moments, right? But one of the things that Chris and I did when the kids were younger was we took several parenting Bible studies, but one of them was called Growing Kids God's Way. Two takeaways from that. One was that kids feel secure in their own lives when their parents have a good relationship. So that means they want to see their parents talking and holding hands and being together on the couch and just know that they're secure. So one of the things that they said was you can always tell when a child is insecure if they start trying to climb into bed with you guys or don't sleep well. Things like that are all kind of signs of that. So something that we prioritize, like we tell them, hey, we're going to go out on a date, and they might roll their eyes even to this day. But it was one of those things that helped them have security in our own home. The second takeaway from that was to use teachable moments, that there's nothing that happens that you can't use to teach them more about God and about life. So recently, social media, right? Kids nowadays see what their friends are doing in almost live time. And so one of our kids was a little bit perturbed because their friend group had all gotten together and had a party. And it reminded me when they were like in second and third grade and their friends would have birthday parties and they wouldn't get invited. And so it was that same kind of feeling of being left out. In the moment, we couldn't really talk about it, right? We just needed to let them have the feelings and go along with it. But then the next time I had that similar feeling, I made a point of saying, hey, I tried to fit in with this new group. People usually like me, but they didn't like me. They didn't include me in what was going on. And most of the time people like me because I work hard or they can see that I'm sincere. But these people, they didn't want me to be included in their reindeer games, right? And that allowed the kids to kind of really talk through times that they have felt left out, times that their friends have done things and they haven't been involved. And then we talked about not being all things to all people. Like we can't be the only friend. You know, that's a Disney kind of philosophy of you have a best friend that you make in kindergarten and you keep them for the rest of your life. It can happen, but it rarely happens that way. And so using every moment from getting into an accident to having grace from tickets to being left out of a friend group or anything that you can use to be a teachable moment. It's helped me sometimes think, okay, this is a terrible thing that happened, right? We had a traffic accident and I thought, okay, great, you know, and how much is that going to cost? And my brain was just buzzing, but I thought, okay, this is a teachable moment. I can teach grace. I can teach being okay. I can teach that things are not more important than relationships and families. It helps me parent better and helps me steward better. It helps me be more giving with my kids and my husband when I think to myself, what am I supposed to learn out of this and how can I teach them and myself a life skill? So I encourage you to look for teachable moments, ways that you can pay it forward when you get frustrated or angry or disappointed. That way your kids, your grandkids get to learn those emotions and see that it's human, right? So two things, some quality time, make your family feel secure. Second thing, look for your teachable moments this week. Have a great one.